Hello and welcome back. This is Steve Works Coins and welcome to the channel and welcome to another review. Do I play fanfares at this point? Do I roll out applause or a drum roll? Do I cheer? Do I say God Save the King? Yeah, it's the Royal Mint have actually got their act together and have finally sent out the annual set. It's not a standard annual set that we've had over the past few years, it is just the commemorative issue. From what I understand when I've spoken to people at the Royal Mint, they believe that there will be a issue of the standard coins, the definitives, later on this year, possibly on or around the time of Prince Charles's coronation, which isn't too far away now. I don't fully understand why it's taken so long for them to get these out. I believe there were problems with the handover. There may have been problems getting the materials. We've heard all of these come out, but nobody from the Royal Mint has actually told us why it was delayed, just that it was delayed. So this is the outer box cover. And when you open it out, the first thing you see is a picture of the person who is now King Charles III and a portrait of his on his first coin, on one of his first £5 coins. This one we'll get into in a bit. It is the one that he's celebrating his 75th birthday. The first cover of this annual set says "Heading for a New Era," and this talks about the portrait on the 8th September that Her Majesty the Queen died, very sadly, and at 96. We have here a picture of the sculptor who made the first King Charles portrait on his coins, and that is Martin Jenkins. And this is the sculptor, Martin Jenkins, who's holding the copy of the Charles's first portrait. This coin set consists of 5 coins. We have the 5 coins are the 75th birthday of His Majesty King Charles, the creator of Middle Earth, J.R.R. Tolkien, the world's most famous steam engine celebrating 100 years, which is a Flying Scotsman. Then the 250p's are Caring for Millions, which is the NHS at 75, and the generation who helped rebuild post-war Britain, which is the Windrush generation. So we have plenty of coins to celebrate what is a special time and what is going to be a special year for coinage. So the first one, let's take a look at. We've all seen Charles's portrait, so what I'll do is just show the of the reverse of the coins. On this one we have the 75 here, celebrating King Charles's 75th birthday, which is later on, I believe, in November this year of 2023. Before that, of course, he's going to have all the huge celebrations of his coronation. On this we have his favourite plants, his favourite flowers, which wisteria, is it? His favourite flower. You also have here the crown, which I believe is the Edward crown, and underneath it you have Charles's cipher, interlinked C&R with the Roman numeral 3 in the interlinked area. We will over a period of time, as Charles's reign continues and new post boxes and such like are produced, you'll see this CR image with the number 3, Roman numeral 3, with inside it popping up all over the place as his reign continues. As I said, post boxes is going to be one of them. This coin is very busy, in my view. There's a lot of information on there, and that information can be easily lost when you're just looking at it. You can see certainly plants on there. You can see his love of nature through the plants and flowers coming around the outside. I believe these are Charles's favourite flowers. I can't remember the exact name of them at the moment. I think it's wisteria, but don't quote me on that. A very nice coin, but a very busy design, and there's got to be things in there that your first view you may not pick up everything, and it's only with 2 or 3 different views over a period of time that you start to see other items within there. The next one I wonder if we can get a bit further in. Here we have the coin of Tolkien, the creator of Middle-earth, J.R.R. Tolkien. So we have, let me just get it, we have the interlinked, we have the J going round one way, we have the T continuing down. Then either side we have a reversed and a correct way of viewing it R. It was the initials, it's almost like a cipher that he had made up. It is very nice, it is a very simple but a very effective coin. He got his name on the top, and then writer, poet and scholar around the bottom. Oops, let me get to the right part. So you got writer, poet and scholar across around the bottom. You got the JART logo, cipher, and you've got the actual you've got his actual name there. It doesn't actually tell you his full name. I don't think actually within the oh, here you go. John Ronald Reuel Tolkien was his full name. Tolkien, sorry, was his full name. This, I believe, from what is said further down in the coin and around here, is actually a registered trademark. So the Royal Mint obviously went to Tolkien's estate and said, can we please use the your trademarked logo on our coin? And they obviously said yes. I'll let you into a secret now. This is my favourite coin of this particular set. My second favourite coin probably is the next one along, which is the Flying Scotsman. This one has just been released as a standalone coin, and it's the first one from the set to be released. I do like this coin. The only thing that's I would perhaps change about this coin, and it's only a very slight thing, is that the Flying Scotsman has been issued with more than one engine number. I would have liked maybe where the Flying Scotsman is and the LNER number is, they put formerly, also known as formerly, and then other engine numbers that the Flying Scotsman has been registered under. So you can have a complete history of the 100 years as far as the coin, actually on the coin itself. Very, again, probably my second favourite design. The third one being the Charles III birthday coin. For me, that's it. The only reason that's third and not higher is the fact that it's a very busy coin. This one is both busy and absolutely terrible, absolutely appalling. How this ever got through the phase of the design, I don't know. It is appalling. It is text on coin, which doesn't work that well, never has done. Just look at how poorly the Brexit and also what was the other one? The diversity coin were. It's horrible. You could have done so much more with a design instead of this. The person who did this should really never work for the Royal Mint again. It is appalling. You have National Health Service in a darker, in a more bolder text, and then you have key words that people may use to describe the National Health Service surrounding it. The National Health Service deserves far better recognition than this. The first coin that celebrated 50 years was decent, half decent. This is absolutely appalling, and Royal Mint, please get your act together. People don't like this sort of coin. Collectors don't like this sort of coin. It is lazy in its design. It's lazy in its concept. You could have done far more. You could have had a doctor, a nurse, an ambulance worker in uniform in sort of mid-length portraits. You could have had, and that would have brought home what the National Health Service is all about. It's all about doctors, nurses, people who are their supports like the ambulance crews and the paramedics. These are the people that count. This wishy-washy wording is not respecting the health service, in my opinion. It is showing a complete lack of respect. It is paying ear service to the wokeness that seems to have been taking over recently. This coin is an absolute disgrace to the Royal Mint. It's a disgrace to the National Health Service, and the Royal Mint really needs to get their act together, because this is not acceptable in my view. The last one, and the reason why I'm so mad, is that the National Health Service deserves better. It deserves a coin that it can be proud of. This you can't be proud of. This, no doubt, will probably go into our change and into circulation. And what a poor representation that it gives to the National Health Service. You're not congratulating the doctors, the nurses, the paramedics and all the support staff that's got us through COVID with this type of rubbish. The last one is another coin that deserves recognition, and they do deserve recognition. It's the people of the Windrush generation. They're a generation that came aboard a ship called the Windrush over to the United Kingdom to help the United Kingdom at the time of us having severe difficulties finding enough people to do a lot of jobs. Some of them came into jobs that were not necessarily top-end jobs. They were jobs where work needed doing, and they came in and helped us fill those positions. They also helped us out with the Windrush generation and other people that came in, apart from the Afro-Caribbean people who were the main Windrush generation, but also the Asians and other people that came into the United Kingdom around about the same time to help us put the UK back on its feet and help Britain put back on its feet. And it's important that we recognise what they did, and I'm glad this coin has come out. However, and it is a big however, this coin is not a fantastic design. It's far better than the NHS one, but you could have done far, far more to celebrate this important event of the Windrush generation. Because in a way, you're not only supporting just what the people who were part of the Windrush generation, but also the people who were thrown out of Uganda and came to our country and did such a fantastic job of opening stores up, using their own initiative to build their own businesses. And that's what the Windrush generation did. They built their own businesses. They came and worked in the National Health Service. They came and worked in areas where we were finding difficulty in getting people to fulfill jobs. They played such a huge, huge part. This coin, to my view, is okay, and is certainly far, far better than the NHS one, but could we have done more to celebrate what they did for us? I think we possibly could. I don't think it's a great design. I think it's an acceptable design, but I don't think it's one of the best designs that they've ever come up with. But it's far, far better than the absolutely appalling National Health coin. So, I've been very critical in this review. I've absolutely panned one coin, said I think the design on another coin could have been far better, the Windrush one. The two £2 coins were probably my two favourite coins of the set. I think the Charles III celebration of his 75th birthday was a lovely coin, but there was an awful lot of detail in there that got lost when you viewed the coin. You probably need to sit down and view the coin for maybe half an hour, go away and come back maybe a day later and look again, and you'll probably find more stuff on that coin that you hadn't seen on the original time that you viewed it. So, yes, I've been critical, and you could even say I've been overly critical. And you're quite within your rights to say that. How many of you disagree with the verbal panning I gave the NHS coin? Do you think I've been overcritical of it? Write down in the comments below. I would love to see, certainly the Windrush coin I think should come out as a individual coin, and I'd love to see the J.R.R. Tolkien one come out into circulation as well. Whether that will happen or not, I don't know. I hope the NHS one doesn't, because it's absolutely appalling and a really, really poor indictment of the way that some people seem to see the National Health Service. They did so much for us during the COVID time and the time of the pandemic, and they get such a wishy-washy, woke coin to celebrate the 75th anniversary. It is appalling. I am so angry with the Royal Mint for allowing that design to get through. Anyway, I've had my say. It's now time for you to have your say. Do you agree or disagree with what I've said? Please put it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to take me to task for it, you're more than entitled to do so. And if the designer of the coin wants to talk to me via the comments, I'm more than happy to talk to them. We may end up in agreeing to disagree, but I'm more than happy to talk to that person. I hold nothing against them personally, it's just their design I dislike with abundance. So, for those of you who are having a hunt, I hope you have a successful one and you find the coins you're looking for. For those of you who buy coins, I hope you can get the coins you want for the price you want to pay. I currently have had a look at my viewing figures, and I see around about 60% of the people who watch the videos recently are not yet subscribed. I would love to have you along for my journey through coins, banknotes, collectibles and also militaria. But please join only if you believe I deserve the recognition of your subscription. For those, and in closing, I'd just like to thank you for staying with me on this review. And until we meet up again, which I hope will be not too far into the distant future, from me, bye bye. Ta-ra now.